Right, good evening. My name is Steve Lozier. I am the director of PK-12 initiatives for Hamilton Southeastern Schools. And I'm here this evening to talk a little bit about some of the career and technical education opportunities that students have here in HSE schools, and specifically about a new partnership with the Pursuit Institute. So I just want to make you aware of some of the on-site programs and then the off-site programs that are opportunities for Hamilton Southeastern Schools. This is a very quick list, condensed. There's actually over 45 different kind of pathway opportunities for students starting their often sophomore year to move into coursework that would provide them not only with career experiences, but with credentialing and dual credit and industry credentials and some things like that. It just really depends on the program and the provider for some of that. So you may be familiar with here on site, either at Hamilton Southeastern High School or Fishers High School, we have EMT, CNA, and medical assisting at both schools. And then Fishers High School houses a music and sound production program, and Hamilton Southeastern High School houses the welding program. And all those things lead towards, again, industry certifications in those fields, and to give kids those opportunities to get some more of those hands-on career opportunities before they're out of high school, often while they're cheaper, things like that. So there are QR codes, by the way, up here that goes to much more detail about each of those programs and those sort of things. Other programs that aren't formally CTE in that way, but agriculture, obviously, computer science and IT, there's multiple pathways with that, fashion, interior design, education professionals, business marketing, engineering, some of those things. And so just know as you meet with your counselor and you have interest in any of these fields, just talk to them about the specific kind of coursework that you might want to look into over years that leads to some of those types of experiences. So those are the in-house programs, the on-site programs. The off-site programs are offered through the Pursuit Institute and ABC Construction. ABC Construction has a table outside right next to my table if you want to talk further about construction trades, but they offer opportunities in carpentry, plumbing, and pipe fitting. And kids are getting industry certifications in those areas and a lot of hands-on experience for that. So go out there and have a conversation with them if you're interested in that. So the Pursuit Institute is our vocational provider, and I don't know what you know about the transition to the Pursuit Institute, but every Hamilton County school has entered into what essentially is an educational vocational co-op that provides coursework at each of those campuses that our students could engage with. So they also have community partners. So an example of that, the agriculture and natural resources, there are 5 different kind of areas that you could move through coursework with under that heading, but all of those courses are housed at Conner Prairie. And so the kids are getting more authentic, relevant, immersive experiences at locations in the community to complete coursework that, again, goes back towards industry credentials and dual credit certifications and some of those things. But they're getting that instruction on site, and they're often getting it from a professional in the field. So just an example of that. There are other placements. It just depends on the program of where in the community throughout Hamilton County those programs are offered. So what this does, the transition, I think we were all real happy with JEL and that the services provided through that center. We've learned over time, though, for example, by bringing a JEL program, a vocational program like welding or music sound production, when those courses are on site, our kids fill them up. And they want that opportunity. And so what this does is actually allows us to be a little bit more limber and agile in developing the kinds of courses that kids and the community say that they would like to see within our high schools. So just to give you a quick overview of some of those things, again, the QR codes go to very detailed courses that align with those areas. At the bottom, I also just included a Governor's Workforce Council resource that goes into specific industries in Indiana and gives you employment projections or needs, as well as projections of obviously what you can make in those fields and where those careers kind of lead to. It's a really, really cool resource. So that's the tiny little QR code down there. So just to kind of give you an overview, a little bit more depth of Pursuit. Again, relevant education. So taking those courses, putting them in the community, and tapping into the relevancy of the authentic context of professionals doing that career gets kids connected to doing that career much sooner and getting a better handle on if that's something that they really want to pursue through the coursework. Workforce development, in the sense with students partnering with those community partners, they are going to ultimately, ideally, step into a career in that workforce and to meet those needs. It also allows partnerships with those businesses to forecast where should we be building other experiences, programs, coursework, credentialing to ultimately meet a community need in that way. Economic development, again, aligning that educational opportunity, keeping talent here in the community and connected to those types of industries that kids might want to engage with. It's really eye-opening to me where kids just aren't aware of the kind of businesses that are around them that they could ultimately engage with and do coursework towards. And then also sustaining those pathways. So making sure that what we are offering in terms of those pathways is relevant to what kids want and what employers want and what the community thinks is valuable for that type of an experience. So just to give you a little bit more depth there of what that vision looks like. That's really just what I wanted to share with you today. My table right outside, and if you have specific questions or concerns or things that you want to talk about or talk about specific pathways that maybe you or your child are interested in, more than happy to give further details on that coursework, okay? Thank you.